大家早安。
Today we have gathered to celebrate the enlightenment of Guanyin Bodhisattva.
今天我们聚集在一起庆祝观音的成道。
Yeah, so to understand who is Guanyin Bodhisattva, first we have to understand what is a Bodhisattva.
要认识观音菩萨，先要认识什么叫菩萨。
A Bodhisattva is one who aspires and practices to achieve Buddhahood.
菩萨是一个想要成佛的决心的人。
A Buddha is one who has achieved the perfect and complete enlightenment, the awakening to the true nature of all things in the universe.
佛陀是一个得到无上的正等正觉，了解世间宇宙实相的人。
And everyone who achieves Buddhahood begins just like an ordinary being, just like ourselves.
佛陀从一个像我们这样的凡夫开始的。
But while an ordinary being, this person makes a vow or an aspiration to reach the full and perfect enlightenment of Buddhahood, and then begins to practice the path to Buddhahood.
一个人从一开始发愿决心要成佛，然后开始一步一步的练习。
When one makes that strong vow and aspiration to achieve Buddhahood and begins to practice, then one becomes a bodhisattva.
只有当一个人发了这样的愿，强力的要往佛道走的时候，他才能够被称之为是一个菩萨。
And to practice the way to Buddhahood means to fulfill 6 qualities, which are called paramitas, spiritual perfections.
要做佛道的修行，就要完成6种波罗蜜。
Yeah, these 6 spiritual perfections are generosity, moral conduct, patience, vigor, meditation, and wisdom.
这6个波罗蜜包含布施、持戒、忍辱、精进、禅定和智慧。
So one who is practicing these 6 qualities with the aim of reaching Buddhahood is a bodhisattva, and a Buddha is one who has brought these 6 qualities to completion.
修行这6个波罗蜜的，就是做菩萨的修行。佛陀就已经完善了这6波罗蜜，到达最究竟的人。
But though there are many bodhisattvas, we distinguish bodhisattvas according to 3 levels. Just like in school, we might distinguish those in elementary school, those in high school, and those in the university.
在这些无量的菩萨中，我们把它分成3类，就像有小学生、中学生、大学生。
Yeah. So those who have just newly made the aspiration or the vow and are practicing the paramitas at an elementary level, those are elementary level bodhisattvas.
这些刚开始修行、刚开始进行这些6波罗蜜修行的初学的菩萨是小学生，
And those are like the students in elementary school.
就是小学生。
Those who have advanced further in the practice of the paramitas and have reached some level of spiritual achievement, those are the middle level bodhisattvas.
这些在修行路上走得更远，已经开始有一点成果的，我们就是中程度的菩萨。
And those who have gone on to university, so to speak, and have mastered the 6 paramitas, those are the advanced or high-level bodhisattvas.
也有就像上了大学的菩萨，他已经 到达这个六波罗蜜到了很纯熟的地步，而且也有很高深的功德。
In Chinese Buddhism, there are 4 great bodhisattvas who are regarded as very highly advanced, almost on the verge of Buddhahood.
在中国佛教传统里面，有所谓的4大菩萨，他们被认为是已经接近像佛一样有很高的功德的菩萨。
These we can call these the doctoral students of Buddhahood, those who are working on their PhD dissertations.
这些我们可以比喻为，是博士级的菩萨，正在要完成他们的博士论文。
And just as PhD students will specialize in different areas, one might be writing his dissertation on economics, another on philosophy, another in physics, another in sociology. So even the advanced bodhisattvas have different specializations.
就好像博士也是分门别类，有人在写他的社会的论文、经济的论文、物理的论文，菩萨也是有不同的特殊的才能。
And so for this reason, we have 4 advanced bodhisattvas, because each of these bodhisattvas has their own special quality, their own special emphasis, their own special practice.
所以这4个菩萨呢，他们是高级的菩萨，有他们自己特别的法门、特别的修行，还有他们特别的德行。
And so we have the Bodhisattva Manjushri, or Wenshu Shili, who specializes in wisdom, in understanding deeply the nature of dharmas, of phenomena.
所以我们有文殊师利菩萨，智慧第一，他专门于了解法的深意。
Then we have Pushyan Bodhisattva, Samantabhadra, who specializes in extensive practice, in fulfilling with energy, with devotion, with vigor, all the many different practices of virtuous conduct.
所以我们有普贤菩萨，他特别是在于广大的行愿，在无量无边的行为里面深化这个愿力的作用。
And then we have Kshiti Garbha Bodhisattva, or Titsang Pusa, who specializes in great vows, whose vow is so strong that he is determined even to go to the hell realms and remain in the hell realms in order to liberate living beings.
我们有地藏王菩萨，他的特色是很深刻的大愿，甚至大到可以到地狱去解救这些痛苦。地狱里面的痛苦的众生。
And then we have Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, who is the Bodhisattva of great compassion.
然后，所以我们就有大悲观世音菩萨。
And Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, in Sanskrit, his name is Avalokiteshvara. And the word Avalokiteshvara was translated into Chinese as Guan Yin, which has the meaning of Guan, meaning one who contemplates or observes, and Yin, which means sounds. So Guan Yin is the one who contemplates sounds.
观音的梵文，它的代表的意思有观，就是观察。研究、调查、观察，然后另外一个是音，声音，所以观音可以说是一个能够深刻的观察一切声音的人。
And why is Guan Yin called one who contemplates sounds? The reason is because out of his great compassion, he listens to the sounds of suffering in the world. He listens to the cries of sentient beings undergoing misery and sorrow, the cries of beings in danger and fear, and through his great compassion, he tries to rescue them, to deliver them from their misery.
观音他观的不是普通的音声，他谛听到众生在痛苦中的呼喊，在苦难中的祈求，他回应这些众生的苦的需求，然后以大悲的心去帮助他们解决这个问题，所以称之为观音。
So in the Universal Gate chapter of the Lotus Sutra, the Fawa Jing, it said that Guan Yin will help beings who are subject to many kinds of misery and danger. For example, if there are beings who are caught in a fire and cry out his name, he'll rescue them from the fire. If there are beings who are caught in a flood and think of Guan Yin, he will rescue them from the flood.
在《法华经》的普门品里面有描述观音菩萨的德行。他说，如果有人在火中被大火所烧，观音听到声音就会解救他；有人在船难或者苦难中，观音听到声音就会从他那个船难里面解救出来。
And it's also said in the Lotus Sutra that Guan Yin will manifest in many different forms in order to help and benefit sentient beings.
那经还说，观音会现种种的身来解救众生。
And so the Lotus Sutra mentions 32 different forms in which Guan Yin can appear, and the form Guan Yin takes is always the form that is appropriate for the person to be helped.
经里说，观音有32化身。那这32化身呢，都是现适当的让众生能接受，是适合他们状态的形象而出现，去帮助他们。
So it said that sometimes Guan Yin might appear in the form of a Buddha, sometimes in the form of a wise disciple of the Buddha, sometimes as a king or a queen, sometimes as a monk or a nun, sometimes as an ordinary layman, ordinary laywoman.
有时候以佛身，有时候以国王身、王后身，以和尚、以在家人种种的身出现。
So even though the Lotus Sutra mentions just 32 forms, but we could think that because the needs of living beings are immeasurable, so Guan Yin can appear in countless unimaginable forms to help suffering beings.
虽然经中只提了32个化身，但是我们可以想象，为了众生的需要，观音可以化现无量无边的化身。
And therefore we have to be very careful with the people that we meet and always treat them with kindness and respect, because we might not know it, but that being, that person might be a manifestation of Guan Yin Bodhisattva, sent to help us in some way.
所以我们要很小心，我们周围碰到的人，说不定他们也是观音的化现。
So how do we relate to Guan Yin in our everyday Buddhist practice?
那我们如何在日常每天的修行中去认识观音呢？
You might think that you could just live your ordinary life and do whatever you want, and anytime you get in trouble, you just have to think of Guan Yin and he'll be there to help you. But it's not like that.
也许您认为你可以做你平常一样的生活，只是当你遇到困难、遇到麻烦的时候，您赶快再去祈求观音。他说这个不是这么容易的。
To receive the benefits, the help of Guan Yin, we have to live a upright, devoted life, a life which is devoted to the triple gem of the Buddha Dharma, the Buddha, the Dharma,